On the afternoon of October 17, 1814, the air around Tottenham Court Road in London was thick with the scent of fermenting beer. Locals were used to the smell. This was the site of the Mew and Company Brewery, where enormous wooden vats held thousands of gallons of rich dark porter. But no one could have imagined what was about to happen. Inside the brewery, one of the giant vats containing over 135,000 gallons of beer suddenly burst open. The force of the rupture smashed through surrounding containers like dominoes. Within seconds, more than 320,000 gallons of beer surged outward in an unstoppable wave. The wall of ale tore through the building, destroying everything in its path. The flood crashed into streets, cellars, and homes. A neighboring tenement house collapsed, trapping families inside. In the nearby Horseshoe Brewery's taproom, workers barely had time to flee. The flood moved fast. It wasn't just water. It was thick, foamy, and filled with debris. Entire streets were soaked. People were knocked off their feet and drowned in what should have been a celebratory drink. In total, 8 people were killed, including a mother and daughter who had been enjoying tea when the beer swept into their home. Another child, just 3 years old, died from injuries. The flood left a scene of unimaginable chaos. Wooden beams shattered, bricks floating in puddles of beer, and families grieving loved ones who were gone in minutes. Crowds gathered not just to mourn, but to drink. Locals reportedly scooped beer from gutters, wrung out their clothes, and filled pots and pans. Some even died days later from alcohol poisoning after consuming the tainted brew. The tragedy became a dark curiosity. Newspapers reported the event in stunned disbelief. A jury eventually ruled the deaths an act of God, and the brewery wasn't held legally accountable. They rebuilt, but the reputation never fully recovered. Today, it's known as the London Beer Flood, a bizarre moment when a city famous for its pubs found itself drowning in what it loved most. But behind the humor lies a sobering truth. Even the most unlikely disasters can strike without warning, and sometimes the thing that lifts spirits can also take lives.